Is that it right there?
Yep. Yeah, a lot of people carrying crap out.
Lots of people.
Okay, hello, it's Tom and Gail from Art Zen and Now. Today we're going to hit a couple of estate sales because we've been asked to basically show how we source things and select them.
So we probably won't do a whole lot of filming, but we'll see. Right?
Yeah, we'll show what we get when we come back out.
Found a yardstick. Some interesting art, but it's that tile. No, this is cardstock. Maybe with a heart.
I like that too, but not for that price, really.
Very, what year is that? 63?
63, it looks like.
Okay. And this one?
That's
Ships always sail. Looks like a oil. A John. You always kind of want to look at the back of them. Could you take this one down? Could we take this down and look at the back of it? You can tell it's old. Okay. Does it have a date?
84.
84. What do you see that? Okay. It's a lot of tins. Everything's half off. Every little thing's gonna be alright. Found a feather. Oh, it's an Elvis feather. See, I like this lamp. That's pretty cool. It's not old. Do kind of like that. Maybe not for that price. Gonna put that on the whole table because I keep hitting people with it. Some White Rain shampoo right in the middle of all of the collectibles. Yeah. Probably not. That Christy Brinkley, a Sports Illustrated from 1979. But no, it's probably a great deal on this. But don't need this LG TV for $75. Okay, this one's growing on me. You know, it's very like 70s, 80s colors, huh?
Yeah.
But it says 68, 63, 63, I think.
63, yeah.
So yeah, 60s. It's kind of cool for fall.
I like to look at the back of the canvas and I pull down the wall. That's on a canvas board.
Canvas board, but it's old. Well, I mean, you know, relatively old, 60s.
Yeah, it's not actually on stretched canvas right here.
So we might want to come see if that's here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave it. What is this?
Coconut.
Oh. Is it broken? Can you break it? I have a.
Already in half, so it looks like maybe. Maybe not. It's glued together. It's been cut in half, but it's glued together for whatever reason.
$24.
Yeah.
I've never seen a
even
coconut
less.
like that.
Yeah, it's a specific kind of coconut. But
No Roseville Santa mug. Texas. See, it's been 100 degrees the past, so you can tell by the grass.
40 days.
The last 40 days, it's been over 100 degrees or close. Anyway, our yard doesn't look this green. Yeah, we've had no rain. How did they keep their garden so pretty? Nothing's dying. It's cute. I like it. Okay, we found a few things, but not a lot.
A 1911 lithograph, a yardstick, and a duck. No, a swan, actually.
That's for my daughter. Not for sale. It's cute though. So we're on our way to the next sale. See if we find anything there.
The next sale is from the estate of a doctor and his wife who was an artist. So we shall see.
Look, rain clouds. Rain, come on. You can do it. You can do it. This one is in a little bit fancier house. So we'll see what's in there. Okay, it's this one, right? Oh. Nothing yet. Pretty out there. See, this is more me, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I like it. What's wrong with it? I think it's cute. It's got a bird on it or something. Is that a bird? We like this.
Does that say Luenda or Lucinda? What does that say?
Looks like Lucinda. It's cool.
It's Lucinda, I think.
The lines. It's a little bit funny. Okay, that's just cute. It's a little skier. Oh, that's scary. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That's pretty cool. It's watercolor. It's unsigned. Look at this easel. Awesome. It's a huge easel. Or look at this awesome thing to keep your art in. We need to ask how much it is. It's not old, but it's cool. That's where she did a lot of her artwork, on the ping pong table. That's awesome. No Roseville Juvenile Santa Cup in here either. All high hopes.
I thought it was a pretty productive day. We found a couple of things that I think are well worth getting. So we'll see what happens.
There.
Okay, here we are.
Hi, I'm Gail,
I'm Tom.
and we're still.
Art Zen and Now.
That's right, we are.
And we're back from our art sourcing estate sale trips. This morning we went to 2 different estate sales.
Somebody asked us to do this video, and we were very glad to do it.
Yeah.
Although it makes me really anxious to film in people's houses, but
Yeah, but we were asked to
Did it
basically
a little bit.
show what we sourced, how we sourced it, what made us decide to source it, that kind of thing.
and
So-
those are all good questions, and
Excellent questions.
we really love questions. So, anyway,
So, first house, we only got a couple of things from it, and of those 2 things, this was one of them.
very beautiful.
And this is a Elizabeth Sonrel lithograph from 1911, which makes it antique since it's more than 100 years old. And the way you can tell on these old lithographs is if you really look around carefully at them, usually there's a little bit of print down around the margins, down in the corners, or across the bottom. In this particular case, at the very bottom, it says Season's Greetings, 1911. So that's a
I
great
don't
clue.
think you can see that. but
Probably not,
I'm holding it up in case you can see.
But it's right down there in the lower left.
It's in tiny print.
And the other thing is you can look at the frame and tell stylistically, once you get your eye kind of engaged in these things, you can tell that's a very old frame. And old frames are almost invariably, the
Old rusty
artwork
nail.
is held in with these old thin nails around
and
the
old thin
margins,
pieces of cardboard
And
that you want
crappy
to
cardboard.
peel.
which is
Peel
usually
back. But I'm not going to peel it back. But it would be fun to peel it back to see what was on. Maybe something's written on
yeah,
it.
that could be.
So we let, we don't take them apart unless they're really bad or
Or if they're getting really foxed because of the acid
Right.
content of the cardboard and stuff.
And foxing, you may want to tell them what foxing is. These little, sometimes they have dots, little, they
Yeah,
look
little
like
yellowish
soil.
spots and dots.
spots.
Looks like dirt. And
But
anyway,
this one doesn't have,
it's
this
pretty good
one's
shape.
a little bit yellowed, but it's very pretty. And we don't have that up yet. Do we have
Yeah,
that up?
it's
we
already
did
up
put
on
that
eBay.
up on eBay. We did put this up on eBay. So there'll be a link to our eBay channel as well as our Cherish.
And Etsy shops.
And Etsy has mostly,
With all of our
Dishes
videos,
and
we're going to
stuff.
put links in the bottom to our shops in case you want to go
In case you
cruise
wanna go
around,
see. You don't have to
better
buy anything.
descriptions,
but
better pictures,
people have
better
asked for links,
descriptions of
so
each of
you
these
can-
items. So,
we're glad to work with anybody on our sale prices too.
yeah. And we went to the second estate sale, which was an estate of a doctor and his wife who was an artist. He was an optometrist, I believe. And we found several things there. One of which we're going to cover in a separate video because
It's
it was
creepy.
kind of spooky. And we've been asked to do a video about spooky things we might have
And
found.
really, we don't look for spooky things, but
Yeah.
since she had mentioned you or us
It
going
just
on and
manifested
sourcing
itself right there.
and
Bam.
ask us if we had ever run across anything haunted or spooky. Or, is that giving away too much?
I don't think
Anyway, it was like,
so. Now, wait till you see this thing.
it's creepy.
Yeah. And we're going to do that. Will be our next video. But for this video, first thing we found was this Kachina. And it is the white buffalo dancer from the Hopi tribe. And he's very cool, very well made,
And a little
nicely
rabbit.
manufactured. He's got rabbit fur and shells, a little turquoise breastplate. A lot of these Kachina dancers like this would actually be carrying a bow and a rattle.
But you notice
in
there's
their
a
hands.
turquoise shell
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
breastplate.
A lot of them would be carrying a bow and a rattle in each hand, but this particular guy doesn't seem to have had them, so we're gonna.
Anyway, so he's
He's
we
listed.
already put him up also on eBay.
And
A lot of people collect Kachina dolls,
Yeah.
and
he should go
We
between
thought it was
100 and
really
150
nice.
bucks.
the price was right on him, so
Yeah.
that was another reason we went ahead and picked
It was 75% off today. And that's the other thing too, is when you go to estate sales, usually the last day of the sale is usually either 50% off, 75% off. Sometimes they're just literally you can make whatever offer you want on something and they'll pretty much give it to you because they want to clear the house.
We got our piano for $200.
Yeah, Mason Hamlin piano, which
A
was
nice piano for $200, just because they don't want to have to pay for someone to come
ship it
haul
off, yeah.
haul it off.
Which and the Mason Hamlin is equivalent to a Steinway, so that's really good. Oh, by the way, tonight's coffee we're doing
We're doing here, cheers.
in what is it, Franciscan masterpiece Monaco pattern.
It's
Beautiful
gold.
little
It's
gold.
kind of gold, and it has on the plate. It has a little orange stripe right here.
Yeah, it's a
pretty.
nice porcelain.
Anyway, we digress. Let's go ahead on with the next
Okay,
thing that we found.
Next thing we found, we mentioned that Dr. Harger's wife was an artist, and this is one of her paintings. Her name was Helen Harger. She's very talented, especially in pastels and watercolor.
And this is one we both liked. I think you
Loved
saw it
it,
before I
yeah.
did, and then I looked at it and went, "Oh, this is very nice use of color."
And the colors are
And
bright
the trees
and
are
bold.
really, really nice. They have all this little detail that you can't see.
Aspen trees. Apparently, they spent a lot of time in Colorado. In their living room were two huge paintings of skiers coming down
Yeah,
slope. They were like
I would have loved those, but
6
they were,
foot by 6 foot.
but they were in the thousands, and
Yeah,
so
$4,500.
we weren't able to pick
whatnot.
those up on our budget. But
But they were
one
nice
day,
too.
one day we might.
Yeah.
But yeah, really pretty colors, fall colors. So
Very nice watercolor on handmade
really nice
paper.
handmade paper. And anyway, this isn't its original frame. We did just stick it in this frame so it would be protected.
As we brought them home, we framed
We
them just to save.
we might not even keep that in that frame,
No, maybe not.
but it's there.
And the other thing we're going to show for now is this other watercolor that was done not by Helen Harger, but by someone named Charlotte. So
There, this one's signed Charlotte, and yeah, it has some nice color to it as well.
some waterfowl, you know.
And the price was right on it also.
Around here, there's a lot of people that love paintings of birds. There's Audubon Society types, and people that just love birds. So
You know, and it's funny because today I saw a lot of the same sort of fall colors, and I guess my eyes were drawn. We need rain here so badly and cooler weather that anything with a little bit of a muted, like the oranges and the
harbinger of fall, perhaps.
and the coppery orange and yellow color, and it's just pretty. We thought it was pretty.
Yeah, a couple of herons, and
Here.
they're very nice. So we like those.
This would be good for a couple of heron addicts. I wasn't funny. I shouldn't have said
Better than heretics. Heretics. I don't know.
heretics.
Anyway,
It isn't really the best bird art I've ever seen, but it was
it's quite nice.
Good.
Good
I like the
colors,
color
nice
mostly.
everything.
And anyway,
Good composition.
we did see a couple of oil paintings.
Oh yeah, the
And we
piece
did
de la
not-
resistance
Yeah.
is by the doctor himself.
Oh, good. Yeah. You might
And
want to. It's
This is oil on board.
get ready for it.
You ready for
It's
it?
kind of
This is by Dr. Merlin himself, and it's titled Outhouse.
outhouse.
Go figure.
In January 1969.
He painted that himself.
And we thought it was kid art at first, so I wanted it as a piece of kid art. But no, he was an adult when he painted
When
this.
I asked, they said, "Oh, no, he was about 40 when he painted
You can see it's oil,
It's very folk art, and it's just kind
very-
of cool in its own way.
heavily applied,
Yeah, nice impasto.
really bad cheesy frame
A horrible frame with staples holding the thing in.
with almost like half staples. Anyway, the back is interesting. We thought that was just I don't know, quirky kind of.
I swore it was kid art.
Well, we did think it was
thought
kid art.
I thought it
But,
was
you know,
10-year-old kid, and we like to rescue kid
It's
art.
probably, I'd love to know the story behind why he chose that subject.
Yeah, and
Might be a fun story.
Once again, we like rescuing things, so this was something that
And
nobody
it is
else would have
signed
bought.
Merlin,
Yeah, his name,
So-
interestingly enough, was Merlin,
Merlin.
like Merlin the magician.
and maybe he was.
Yeah, maybe he was.
Yes, but anyway.
Maybe that's a magic outhouse. Maybe that's like the phone booth for Doctor Who.
Maybe.
Yeah. Not sure.
These flowers are funny. They're just kind of stuck there. And but anyway, yeah. Again, not in the little moon. It's just like a little. But
so
anyway,
kind of
it's not the most beautiful piece of art, but we thought there's a shadow. We thought it was interesting and kind of cute as kid art. So, is that our last piece?
that closes it out for this evening. I think.
Let's close it out.
And
Well,
for this video, but we've got a
we're
bonus
gonna do
video
one
coming
right
up.
after this. Yes, it's a separate
The
because it
bonus video.
needs to be separate because it's special.
Yeah.
And it's for one of our
It's for
watchers, one of our
subscribers, yes.
subscribers. And
Requested
she
it.
asked for it, and
She's gonna get it.
that's right. So
Boy.
it would be better to do it closer to Halloween, I think.
Oh, wouldn't it?
But
since
Halloween's not that far away.
we're trying to build the channel, we're gonna do it now, and
Yeah, so
maybe it'll get a lot of views around Halloween because it'll deserve a lot of views around
that's
Halloween.
for sure. That's for
So anyway, we're gonna sign off for now.
sure. Yep, we are. Okay.
So good night.
Good night.
Thanks for watching. Please
Subscribe. Doggy.